Back in 2004, 18-year-old me decided to go out and pick up his brand new copy of Warcraft 3. Wait, isn't this titled World of Warcraft? That's right, let me explain. Back in the day, I went to HMV and picked up what I thought was a special edition of Warcraft 3. It turns out, this was actually World of Warcraft and my first iteration, my first dive into the amazing world that has stuck with me over the last 20 years. While playing this game, I have moved out, bought a house, got married and had kids. This game has seen me develop as a person, grow as a person, and go through many life changes. One thing that's been consistent has been the land of Azeroth. As soon as Blizzard announced the 20th anniversary and the return to Classic, I thought now was the time to return. Get back that old nostalgia that retail sometimes just feels like it's missing. Unfortunately, taking me a little while to get on it, but here we are today, back at it again with World of Warcraft Classic. My first character back in 2004 was a human warrior, eventually tanking Molten Core and Blackwing Lair before moving on to a priest. He then healed away all the way through Natural Mass and AQ40. There's a few classes that I didn't play though back in the days of Classic. Yes, I've leveled them since through retail, the experience is just not the same. So, in this series, I'm going to give you guys the choice. I'm going to play a few classes that I haven't played before, give you a bit of an intro in what they're about, and take you on a journey. But ultimately, it's up to you. Who do you want me to play through this season of World of Warcraft Classic? It'll be an adventure of highs and lows, there'll be lots of deaths, we'll be spending loads of gold on just how to swing a sword or stab someone in the back. But that is the joy of World of Warcraft Classic that you just don't get anymore in retail. So today I've uploaded a video for each of these characters, and over the next 7 days I'm going to watch the views, and whoever gets the most views will be the character that we take forward with us. We're going to stream this on YouTube and Twitch, and we're going to do catch-ups and overviews over on YouTube as well. This is going to be a journey, it's going to take us a long time to level up, and we're going to go through the entire Classic experience, including raiding and PvP. So, let's introduce you to these characters.
The noble humans of Stormwind are a proud, tenacious race. Though the recent invasion of the demonic Burning Legion decimated their sister kingdom of Lordaeron, the defenders of Stormwind stand vigilant against any who would threaten the sanctity of their lands. Nestled in the foothills of Elwyn Forest, Stormwind City is one of the last bastions of human power in the world. Ruled by the Child King Anduin Wrynn, the people of Stormwind remain steadfast in their commitment to the Grand Alliance. Backed by their stalwart allies, the armies of Stormwind have been called away to fight the savage horde on distant battlefields. With the armies gone, the defense of Stormwind now falls to its proud citizens. You must defend the kingdom against the foul mongrels that encroach upon it, and hunt down the subversive traitors who seek to destroy it from within. Now is the time for heroes. Now humanity's greatest chapter can be told.
Fear not, citizen. It is I, Asmodai, Paladin Templar Extraordinaire. I'm not doing that voice for the entire video. That's not going to happen. This is Asmodai. I am a human paladin, Paladin Templar, defender of the truth, and my sole purpose is to rid the world of heretics and evil. First thing I'm going to do is catch up with my old mate, Deputy Willem. There's something going on in Northshire Abbey, that's why I'm here, and I'm here to deal with it. Marshal McBride is my first target to speak to. He's going to give me a little bit of information here.
Be careful.
There's kobolds. We don't know what kobolds are, but we're going to find out. There's vermin around the area, but we need to get rid of it. But before we can, Deputy Willem gives me a shout over.
What can I do?
Says to me,
see you around?
I need to speak to Egan Peltskinner. He's got a problem with some wolves. and anything we can do to help the locals in the area is our civic duty. I catch up with Egan just around the corner, who informs me that I need to take care of these wolves, and as proof, bring in some tough wolf meat. I'm guessing the guy's hungry and he might want to cook it up later. Now, as a paladin, I have access to big two-handed weapons. My weapon of choice to start with is a mace, and as you can see, massive crit damage. These wolves do not stand a chance. I have eye armor, I have high melee power, I have high staying power, and the light will protect me as I fight against these timber wolves. Soon I've dealt with the wolves, I get my first look at these kobold vermin. Disgusting creatures, candle on the head, small backpack, rat tail, and worst of all, a neck beard. I simply cannot stand for this, and so I go through these vermin like a hot knife through butter. I do also pick up a robe. I can get better armor realistically, but I also notice I've not been using my spells. Like an absolute noob, I thought Seal of Righteousness was auto attack. It's not. Now, with Seal of Righteousness equipped, every hit that I do gives 4 to 5 extra holy damage. That is outstanding. It's an extra 50% on top of my normal damage, and I can go through this stuff even faster. Catching back up with old mate Egan, giving him his wolf meat. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. He's cooking it into some food. Don't blame the guy. It's pretty tough. You might need to stew it for a while. I can then inform Marshal McBride that the task is done. I have rid Northshire of the vermin, and I am happy to continue on this quest for him. He does, however, hand me a consecrated letter. There's another paladin within these walls, and he's willing to teach me the ways. Reading the consecrated letter, I find that one of my own brothers in arms is here within Northshire Abbey, Brother Samuel, the paladin trainer. Definitely someone I need to see if I want to be able to rid the world of these heretics. I bow to Marshal McBride and make my leave.
What can I do for you?
Deeper inside the abbey, I find Brother Samuel. He's the one who sent me the consecrated letter, and he informs me that I am a Knight of the Silver Hand. In the meantime, there's a few things that I can learn from him before I can further my powers. The first of which is Devotion Aura, giving me and my party members extra armor and protection against the wicked. Outside, Deputy Willem has another quest for me, giving me the option to win a Militia Warhammer. This would be a great upgrade, and all I need to do is deal with the thieves across the river. No problem. The Battle-worn Hammer is what I brought from home. The damage is low, and we definitely need an upgrade. The river crossing is immediately guarded by these Defias thugs. I can deal with them one-on-one, no problem whatsoever. A few smacks with the mighty Warhammer, combined with Sealer's Righteousness, is giving me that extra damage that I need to take him down in just a few hits. I can use these red burlap banners as proof that I've got rid of these thugs. It doesn't take long before the thugs gather on me. I've taken one down, and the other one's almost dead. I need to heal, but by the holy light, my health is restored. No problem against these thugs. They don't have the means to deal with someone like me. Slaying a few more thugs gets me a level up. I'm now level 4, my powers are increasing. I really need to go back to the Paladin trainer and find out if Brother Samuel can show me anything else. But first, there is a small matter of returning these red burlap bandanas. And with the last thug down, I have the 12 I need. I can now head back and show my proof that I've got rid of these thugs. Heading back to old mate Willem, I can show him the 12 burlap bandanas that I've received from these thugs, claiming my Militia Warhammer as an upgrade. He then introduced me to his mate. It seems like she's got into a spot of bother and could do with a holy paladin such as myself to go and help. He's also found out that the leader of the thugs, Garrick Proudfoot, is just over the river as well. With the new Militia Warhammer equipped, let's go and deal with these problems. But before that, it's back into the Hall of Arms inside the Northshire Abbey to catch up with Brother Samuel. He's going to teach me Blessing of Might. This is huge. A massive power upgrade with a 5-minute duration. And Judgment. It's a way that I can unleash my seals. The first one, Seal of Righteousness, gives me an instant damage boost. It's exactly what I need. Not to neglect the Marshal's request, I've headed around the camp to find the kobold workers. These are a few levels higher than what the kobold vermin were, but at my current level, they're no problem whatsoever. And they're even starting to drop some mail goods. The best armor that I can wear currently. Now, being a paladin, a holy knight, isn't just about killing folk. I can also buff people too. And as a mage, yeah, you get a buffing of might. You might not be smacking things very often, but you can do it more hard now. A warrior, you definitely need it. Another mage, you get a blessing of might. Another mage, you get a blessing of might. Everyone gets a blessing of might. Godric, my friend, let me sell you some of this junk. And do you know what? You get a blessing of... Oh, no. No. Can't give it to him. He's too powerful already. I head back inside to let Marshal McBride know that I've dealt with those kobold workers. But the good work isn't done just yet. He needs me to go deeper into the mine and deal with the kobold labourers. They're bound to be harder. No problem. We can still sort them out. Despite the massive amount of slaughter outside of the mine, the kobolds are still passive. The labourers are there. They're all level 4 or 5. Very easy to deal with. The new judgment with Seal of Righteousness is absolutely rinsing through these guys. More mail armour is dropping. I don't need it just yet, but it is worth more when we come to sell. Fighting my way through the mine, and I finally ding. Level 5. Exactly what we need. More power, more stamina, strength, spirit. And an option for yet another reward. In the distance there is a battered chest. This could contain anything or nothing. But first let's get rid of these kobolds. Again, the yellow. They're too scared to come and attack me outright. But XP's XP, and we should probably be level 6 by now. The chest contained nothing, but I did get rid of the kobold threat. I let Marshal McBride know and picked up my outfitter boots. It's only 2 extra armor, but it's what we need as a paladin to keep ourselves safe. I salute Marshal McBride as I'm dismissed, and he sends me on my way over to Goldshire. But first, I need to go and see my trusty mate Godric, get rid of all these bits and pieces I've got in my bag, and finish the Defias thugs over the river. But obviously not before doing my paladin duties. You get a bomb. You get a bomb. You get a bomb. And you get a bomb. And one for me. It'd be rude not to. Catching up with Millie near the stables and finding out what she's after. She lets me know that the Defias, when they moved into the vineyards, took hold of her grapes. No problem. I can definitely help with that. I'm heading over there to deal with Garrick anyway. It looks like someone's beat me to it. The area is absolutely littered with the bodies of the Defias. And there's Garrick. He's already down. I might have to wait for him to respawn. And just like that, there he is. Straight onto Garrick with the Seal of Righteousness and with a judgment. Smashing Garrick in the head with the Warhammer. His friend activates. But it's no problem. I even managed midway through combat to pick up Garrick's head. I don't have a knife. I've twisted that thing straight off with pure rage. Carrying this harvest back for Millie will be fun. Looks like there's a whole bucket of grapes, but kneeling down and praying seems to be the way to make them disappear into my bag. I can carry that whole bucket in one slot. In actual fact, I can carry 8 whole buckets in one bag slot. I still only have one bag. It's not looking like a positive run. It's not looking like a lucky run. But we move. With all the grapes collected, I head over back to Millie, but not before giving a friendly Knight of the Silver Hand a bomb and a heal. That should last. First stop on the way is to Deputy Willem. I've got Garrick's head in the bag and frankly it stinks. Picking up a layered tunic, it's leather, it's not perfect, I'd prefer mail, but it's better than what I'm currently wearing. I also noticed that Deputy Willem looks really stuffy inside his armour. Poor guy. Must be boiling in there. You get a bomb. Finally heading over to Millie to let her know that I've got all of her harvest. 8 whole barrels of the stuff on my back apparently. She informs me that there's a chap at the top of the abbey, and he wants to know if the grapes have arrived for his manifest. I'm guessing he likes a bit of a tipple, so up we go. But not before realising that we are still level 5. This is the last quest to hand in, and I've still got 3/4 of a bar left. Let's get rid of some timber wolves. They're only level 2, they'll go down fast. And would you look at that? As if in reward from the gods, I got myself a small brown pouch. Bags in these areas are always considered good luck on a run, and good luck for a character. Up the stairs to brother Niels, and he gives us a latch belt, another upgrade that we can use as well. He seems chuffed. I bet he's got a lot of wine to make, and to be fair, there's a lot up in this area already. It always fascinates me that you can actually see all the way up to the top of the bell tower. You just can't get up there. Heading back down the stairs, there's only one way to get down faster. Everyone does this, otherwise you're not a real World of Warcraft player. Straight off the edge. A quick invite to Winterbox. These guys seem to just invite you no matter what you're doing. But I've got a level to gain. Back over to the kobold workers and through the mine. That will definitely get me my level 6. And with that done, that's all the quests in Northshire and all the quests in the starting area for this paladin. But before I go, let's check in with brother Samuel one more time. He's going to teach me Holy Light level 2, Divine Protection, and Seal of the Crusader. Seal of the Crusader is brilliant. It increases my attack speed and also makes the target weak to holy damage. So I can hit the target with Seal of the Crusader and then change over to Seal of Righteousness to deal extra holy damage. Perfect. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Asmodai the Paladin, Defender of the Weak, Deliverer of Justice. As mentioned, this is just one of the characters that I'm offering to play all the way through WoW Classic Anniversary. But if the Holy Righteous Paladin isn't your type, then why not consider Nightfall the Rogue, Stealer of Hearts and Stealer of Purses. And don't forget those massive bulging triceps. Or alternatively, if you want something with a little bit more adventure, then look no further than Malachi McCason, Dwarf Engineer and Hunter Extraordinaire. This guy's a Doomseeker. He searches an honourable death and fights the biggest foes he can. Or perhaps you have your own suggestion. Let me know in the comments, and whatever's most popular is what I'll play.
It's been fun.
See you next time, or maybe you won't.